Haikyuu is amazing. Hey guys, this is Darkyo Josh here, and today I'm going to be talking about Haikyuu. Now, before you click off of this video, just because I mentioned its name, I want you to hear me out for a bit, and you might as well hear me out for the rest of the video. Now, without wasting any of your guys' time with this intro, let's get straight into the video. Now, one fact I want to mention, and the reason why I said fact is no, this is not an opinion, nor a hot take, or nothing of that matter, but it's an absolute fact. Haikyuu, the anime and manga, the anime manga, is massively underrated, downplayed, and overhated. Now, for anybody that thinks other of that sort, then you're absolutely wrong. It's hated for the wrong reasons, absolutely. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, when it comes to sports anime in general, it's definitely a new genre for me. Now, being that I've only watched two sports anime, one being Blue Lock, which I've read and caught up with and absolutely enjoy, and currently my most favorite sports manga, and second being Haikyuu. Now, for sure in the future, I'll touch up on some more sports anime like Kurokuro no Basket or Slam Dunk or something of the sort. But with season 5 of Haikyuu being recently announced at Jump Festa and all that, I feel like it's the perfect time for me, especially, to bring in more people into the quote-unquote good side of the fandom. Now, on the topic of the fandom, I want to talk about how people think that the Haikyuu fandom is pretty down bad and pretty unlikable when it comes to the lot of anime fandoms. And I've come here to say that it's true. When I first started Haikyuu, watching it, I enjoyed it, but the only downside of that matter, or that fact, was the fandom, being that the fandom was pretty annoying, and I guess in a whole kind of pretty weird, like a My Hero fandom version 2.0. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, you don't need to associate yourself with those people. Now, when I first started watching Haikyuu, it was literally the beginning of quarantine. I'm talking about March 2020, like the straight beginning. And, schools were closed. I didn't have any classes, to go to, being that, in this panic of the lockdown happening and all this and everything happening at once, they didn't really, know how to hold classes on like Zoom Meets or Google Meets, so we had to wait a bit. And in that process of waiting, I had nothing better to do than watch anime. Now, don't get me wrong, I did other stuff than watch anime, but majority of that time that we had, I decided to put that to anime. And Haikyuu was one of the many animes I started to decide to start watching during that quarantine time. And being that volleyball is my preferred sport, favorably my favorite sport, I, decided to watch it. And in that process of watching it, I ended up enjoying it. And kinda also binged the first season in like the first night. And from there on, day after day after day, I continued to watch Haikyuu till I got to the 4th season of the first half, where then I had to wait for the second half of the 4th season to come out, which came out later that year in October, I believe. And in a whole, I ended up enjoying and loving the show, from the characters to the dynamics to the whole, entire show. And honestly, with the whole power of friendship used in that anime, I honestly didn't mind. No, I'm not sure if it's because I enjoyed Fairy Tail a lot, so, I was kind of used to that. But also, I came to understand that volleyball is a team sport, so of course you need to have those kind of friendship bonds. Now, am I going to admit that they use it a bit too much at times? Yes. But volleyball is a team sport, you can't play that sport alone. So it's understandable why, people would try to say that, they use or overuse the power of friendship trope. Now, with those two reasonings, I kind of just debunked there's pretty much no other valid reasoning into hating on the show and bashing it so much and calling it trash, other than the fact that you just didn't vibe with the show if you've tried it, or by like doing a quick Google search of, I guess, a quick description of what the anime is about, and you kind of not feeling it. But honestly, it's kind of hard to hate or dislike on a anime or manga when it has so much good going for it, like the characters, character dynamics, backstories. Even though with Haikyuu, you know, the backstories aren't all that deep or all that, I guess, crazy, they're still pretty good. The artwork and character designs, and those are just a few things about what Haikyuu, I guess, has going for it. But it's pretty understandable if you try to start the show and you got pretty bored pretty quick due to, you know, your attention span, you know, being so short. And honestly, I can't blame you. All the time on TikTok, it really makes, you know, our attention span shorter. But trust me, bro, if you're currently in that process of deciding whether or not to drop the show, just trust me on this. Just, I guess, keep going forward in watching it. Point in time where you feel like you have to force yourself to watch it, then just drop the show, cause that just makes the experience watching the show just less entertaining, less enjoyable, and all that. Now, as we come to the end of the video, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and also comment down below if this video helps you get into Haikyuu, or if this video inspires you to pick back up Haikyuu. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, before I forget, comment down below what other animes I should do a review on next. I'm honestly trying to start these newer animes so I can be one of the first ones to do reviews on it, and I'll probably start like in the winter when a lot of the, I guess, good stuff like comes in, like the second half of AOT and all that, because as of recent, a lot of the fall, I'm pretty sure probably almost all the fall animes have ended already this week. But enough of that. I hope you guys have a great day, and see ya.